Hey everyone, this is Tina from T. Marie's Plays on YouTube. On my channel, you'll find a variety of things from Disney to Harry Potter, crafting, and more. I do live streams every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and I love when people pop into the chat because I built my channel on community, and I love making friends. So if you want to come hang out and have fun, come to my place. It's also yours. See you there.
Hi gang, it's me Tinkerbell, and I'm back from Neverland. Just in time to listen to my favorite Disney music radio station. So grab your mouse ears and join me and all of my Disney pals down at the end of Main Street, right in Mickey's backyard, for the magic of the Mouse Radio. See you there!
Hi everyone, this is Jeff from Diz Our Dream. I just wanted to give you a quick programming update. We go live from the parks Thursday evenings at 5 p.m. Eastern with a show we call Dreaming with Our Pals. We usually have some friends with us, and it's usually a lot of fun. We also go live Saturday and Sunday morning from either a park or a resort, where we will show you around and have some fun and just giggle a little bit. So come join in and have some fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call and the doors will be closing soon. Please board quickly and safely. Our monorail will be departing momentarily. Thank you. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Welcome, everybody. It is Wednesday, middle of the week. Time to get you through to a Disney weekend. It's time to celebrate here with another great creator on a Wednesday afternoon. So glad you're here. I'm looking up at the big board. I'm seeing a lot of friends in house already. Love seeing that. So glad you guys are hanging with us. Alex, Eric Lee, Adventures by D. Jesse's in house with us. Debbie, what's up? Mickey's Girl, she'll be on later in the year. Eric Lee in house. Mary, Mickey Sorcerer's Adventures by D. Just to name a few. Great to see you guys going here. Let's get things rolling because I've got a British invasion you're not going to want to miss. We've been waiting for a while to get these guys together. I had problems last time with electricity. Tonight, we're fired up. I got all the electricity running, and we're going to get you to know some great creators from across the pond. So let's get this party dug in and get going here. Let's start it out with partner channels. Got some great ones. Myers and the Mouse, Diz Our Dream. You saw a commercial for Diz Our Dream and Tina before the show started. Disney World Freak, Dole Dad, executive producer, Dad Builds. Love all these guys. They do great content. Friends of the show, everyone. That's what I'm talking about on a Wednesday with Dean in the live place. Everything over there. 100 plus family-friendly channels. Gotta love everything Dean's doing. And Dreamers Empire. Check them out right here on YouTube. We appreciate our Chaotic Crusaders, all the people that support our channel, especially those that bring us our Disney segments. You'll see those later tonight. Disney Dynamics, Magically Mad Adventures, Casey's Corner, and Zoel's World. Casey's Corner, an executive producer in charge of all of our 4K production. Love these guys. Their channels are fantastic. Check them out. They are Chaotic Crusaders. Christina Whitman, she's a realtor of choice for our channel. She is absolutely fantastic. A former cast member that is now a realtor. You want to check her out, and she will help you if you're moving anywhere down to Central Florida. She will put that gold Century 21 sold sign on your property. Clean Look Cleaning Services, Manchester, New Hampshire. Over 55 plus years of servicing the area. They are absolutely phenomenal. Reach out to them at clean-look.com or at the phone number there on your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, Clean Look Cleaning Services, 603-669-1088. If you want your party looking clean, you got to get Clean Look over to your house. That's for sure. Yahoo! It's LBV TV and their holiday editions. It's the Halloween holiday. Maria looking beautiful there with two of their shirts. Check them out over on Etsy. Hashtag not a sponsor. These are friends. Love these guys. They take care of me with shirts. I pay them back by saying thank you for putting up here. When you give me something nice, I try to pay it back. We have a clubhouse over on Facebook. If you're not over there, we're almost 2,000 strong. You need to be. Check us out. I'll get one of my moderators or me. We'll bring you in. It's a party over there at the Chaos Clubhouse on Facebook. We do have membership on the channel, 5 different tiers of membership. The upper levels will get one of these minted coins sent out to them. Anybody that's gotten one seems to like them. So if you're interested in membership and getting all the special perks, we've got a Zoom call coming up in just a few weeks for those members on the channel. So we're excited about that. Big celebration coming up here. Magical News Live will be doing a major event November 14th, benefiting the Vascular Birthmark Foundation, Enchanting Magic, a full-day fundraiser for Magical News Live, November 14th. Keep it in your thoughts. Go in, find the link when it comes up, and hit the reminder. You don't want to miss it. It's a good thing. Every Saturday, we tell you guys, check out the Weekend Special Report. Absolutely fantastic over there, what Dad Builds is doing. He's growing a community. And, of course, every Sunday is a special Sunday. Every other Sunday, which means next Sunday, this Sunday is an off day. Next Sunday, 4 p.m., dinners with Donna. Donna is killing it over there. 3-camera shoot, everything magical. The special, precious Donna, angel of our community, doing so much over there. And you talk about 2 ladies that are Disney princesses, Michelle and Kelly, running at 9 o'clock. I see the Mickey Bunch is in here now. Hello, Miss Mickey Bunch. Kelly and Michelle, Sunday nights, 9 o'clock. They do a great job with their show, and we encourage everybody to check them out. All right, let me bring up the share screen so we are ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, my guests tonight are pretty special. Friends from across the pond. They are two grown-ups that are proving that you're never too old for having Disney fun. They have been lucky enough to visit Walt Disney World in Florida, and also several times they have been over in recent years to Disneyland Paris, which is a beautiful thing. I would love to get to Paris myself. Hoping to deliver the fun, they want to introduce you to so much encouragement and excitement on their channel and bring you helpful hints for everything they do. VP, what are you in? You're in another country. Aren't you in like Cuba or something? What are you coming in from? And I'm telling you, these guys are absolutely fantastic, and they're going to light up your room. For the first time on our channel, sitting in this seat, please welcome in Gary and Dawn, the Disney grown-ups. What's up, guys?
Hi.
Hello.
I got shocked when I saw VP in there. He's like in Cuba or Guam or Guatemala. I don't know where he is. He goes places for a day. He's ridiculous. But it caught me off guard. Good to see you guys here. Thank you.
Good to be here. Thank you for asking us.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely. Let me say hello just real quick. I saw Sandy Norris came in, Space Mountain Dave, Kelly the Mickey Bunch, Andy Coog is in here. Let's see. Dennis is in here from across the pond. Jeff C., our good friend. Hope you're doing well as well. We'll try to get to everybody else as well. I'm introducing you to a great couple tonight. I'll ask my moderators to drop the link. Tina Marie is already all over all of their links. Obviously a Disney couple from Europe, but why don't you introduce yourself? Tell everybody a little bit about you, then we'll kind of dig into your channel.
Okay, well, I'm Dawn.
And I'm Gary.
And we have been married for 36 years.
Awesome.
They say you get less for murder, but
It was 38.
No, been together 38 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's right.
Yeah. So,
Gary,
both...
you're hold up 5 seconds in, Gary. You're in trouble already. Go ahead.
I knew there was a 38 in there somewhere.
We both grew up on Disney, Disney films and everything as children. Neither of us had ever been to Disney at all, had we?
No.
Because I think over here in England, when we were younger, it was something that really was a once in a lifetime thing, and it was things like the Make-A-Wish Foundation and things like that people tended to go to Walt Disney World. It wasn't something that normal people did, really. So we've been married a lot of time. We've got 2 daughters, both grown up now, and a dog called Pablo. We basically, it was my parents, wasn't it, that actually they went to Walt Disney World, and they came back and couldn't stop talking about it. And then one day my dad phoned up and said, Mum and I want to go away for Christmas. And we've always been a very tight-knit family, and we do everything together. And we thought, oh, okay. And they said, would you like to come? And my dad said he was retiring, wasn't he? And he said, it's my present, because we're all December girls. I'm December birthday. My mum, bless her, when she was alive, was December. Both our girls are December. So it was going to be a big Christmas celebration, birthday celebration. And he said, well, I choose where, you don't have a say, and you're not to tell the girls. And he took us to Walt Disney World.
Nice.
So, and that was it, really.
Yeah.
Never looked back.
Well, that is a great story. I absolutely love that. As you come with your love of Disney, and it's built up, obviously now with, Gary, was it the same for you? Was it a love of Disney from when you were younger? Did you kind of...
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I loved all the films. I mean, I actually... I saw Jungle Book at the cinema when it was first released, the very first time. That was probably the
Very
first
old.
Yeah, that gives it a little bit.
I call that seasoned, Dawn. That's what we
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But obviously, I just love the movies, but like Dawn said, it was, trips to America were for the sort of for the wealthy, really, in those days, and it was all a bit of a distant dream. So, but it took a long time to come around, but. Yeah, when it did, it was well worth it. So,
I absolutely love it. Sandy Norris, thank you for subscribing to the Disney Grown Ups. We appreciate you for doing that. Let's talk about your channel, how that came to fruition, how you kind of first thought about the whole YouTube thing, and then your channel name and your content for what you wanted to do, how that all came about at the start.
Well, I think our youngest daughter is really into Disney as well, isn't she?
Yeah.
And can't get enough of it. And she was the one that introduced us to YouTube. When we'd got home and we were missing, our Disney fix, she said, "Oh, I found this guy called Tim Tracker." And I think it's a rite of passage for everybody who, everyone finds Tim Tracker. And this was quite a few years ago, wasn't it now? He was in his early days. So we started watching. We didn't really even know what YouTube was then. We started watching. And for us, we started watching more and more. And it was our way of having that bit of the magic when we couldn't be there.
Right.
And then we went September 16, wasn't it? 2016, we went out. And when we got home, Gary said, "I think we should give vlogging a go." And I was like, "Really?" And we went over to Disneyland Paris. And we just had our phone. We didn't know what we still don't know what we're doing, but we didn't know what we was doing.
A lot of us don't know what we're doing. Don't feel bad.
And we just had a go, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then we had a very big gap where we sort of did, I think, a couple of videos, and then we did nothing for about 9 months, and then we came back, and then since then we've just been loving it. Really, I think for us it's been the community, and it's been the people that we've met, and it's we will talk Disney to anybody, and it's really nice to have like-minded people to talk.
I love that. If anyone wants to ask a question of our guests tonight, phone lines are open just for those who have the number to the studio. And you can also highlight my name with that @ Pete McDevitt Show, and I'll be glad to ask a question as it goes in and deemed appropriate. I'd also like to remind you, if you end up subscribing to them tonight based on the interview or their content, if you check out their content on the links and you like it, please let us know that you subscribe so that Dawn and Gary can say thanks. My guests always love to do that. And we want you to subscribe based on content that you're going to want to watch, not just go and hit a number, because in the big picture, that doesn't do well at all. You guys first started your channel in September of 17 is when you officially came up with your channel. Talk to me for a second about some of the channels out there that inspired you to do what you're doing, or to want to do this whole Disney thing, or channels that you watch. And I'll preface this question by saying, hey, they're not going to say every channel. So if you're so-and-so listening on the replay and, oh my God, they didn't say me, they're not going to say everybody, okay? I've got relatives that don't even say my own name, and I go live every day. So don't feel bad. I'm putting them on the spot, but just asking them for some of the ones that come to mind. Guys?
Right. Well, as I said, Rite of Passage was Tim Tracker was the very first. Resort TV 1. From Paris, there was DLRP fans.
Yes, they're good.
We've met Philippe a few times, haven't we? Really lovely guy.
He's quite. He's quite local. So he's Belgium, isn't he? So
yeah.
It was good content to watch because he was so close to France. He managed to get there quite a lot. So it was always a lot of up to date footage all the time. So it was good to keep in contact with it there. And
then quite early on, when we started out, we got contacted by F&S Disney Adventures.
Okay.
Fiona and Scott have become some of our closest friends now, haven't they?
Yeah.
Through this, and they were really good because they sort of said, I think we had about 30 subscribers at the time, and they reached out and said, "We found your channel, we like it, we'd like to sort of help support you along the way." And they got a group of people together who used to sort of just chat, and Tom Does Disney was one of those in the very early days when he still lived in Rhode Island and before he moved to Florida, and he used to go to Disney with his dad, didn't he, and everything. And so there was a few sort of channels there kind of supported us and showed us the way, really.
Awesome.
And we've sort of gone from there, really. So, I mean, we've met quite a few different YouTubers. We were lucky when we came over to Florida in 2019. We hung out with Tom Does Disney for a bit, and Aaron from our Disney World Fix now.
Yes.
We met Tanya, the crazy Disney lady, briefly.
Yep.
Jenny, Andy's Toy Box, Only Passengers. Really lovely crowd.
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we just like meeting people and sharing the love of Disney, really.
Awesome. I love that. Welcome in. Big Mac came in, Gigi came in, and Doopy came in. Good to see you guys. Thank you for stopping by tonight. We're interviewing a great great couple that is doing an amazing channel. They're friends from across the pond. This is what their channel looks like. Look at that picture. The Disney Grown-Ups. It's Dawn and Gary. They do a great job, very consistent in what they do. Of course, tough part of COVID and everything obviously makes it a little tougher for, went to the wrong one, hit the wrong button. Makes it tougher for them to come over to here right now, but still putting out content, being very consistent, and we're glad we got to sit down with you. We like to try to get you guys on a Friday night hang out, but obviously 10 o'clock at night, you guys have to get up at like 4 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the show, so it makes it kind of tough. Let's talk your channel that you have right now. You're doing very well with. Let's talk about your social media presence for now. Let's see. Mickey says, got to get up at 5 a.m. and we'll catch up on the replay. Thank you, Mickey Scowers.
Oh, hi.
Great.
Stephen.
There we go then.
Yeah.
Yeah, great little channel, Mickey Scowers.
Yeah.
So your social media presence, Instagram, 809 followers, 503 posts right now. You're over on Twitter, 883 followers. And of course, right here on the tube, 1.12K, maybe a little bit more after tonight. And 248 video, 76,065 channel views. I think that's fantastic as well. It's a great job. I want to take a step back for a second from this, talking about your channel. Let's talk about something that people can get to know you a little bit. What are some of the things that you all like to collect? Like for me, I've got popcorn buckets and inflatables for the front yard and Jim Shore and all that kind of stuff. But what are some of the stuff that you guys like?
Well, you love pins, don't you? You like collecting the pins.
Yeah. None of them are on display, but we've actually got a lot of pins. That's one of the things we need to do.
Nice.
Put them somewhere other than in boxes and bags because there is loads of them. But for me, it's probably the pins really, mainly. Yeah.
We've got lots of, just up there over on the shelf, we've got lots of the Disney traditions, the Jim Shore Disney traditions.
Shelf for
and
those.
we were lucky enough to meet him in Paris, in Disneyland Paris.
Really? That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Really nice guy.
I haven't got to do that yet. I just missed him on my last trip back in 19. I missed him by one day. And unfortunately, that's awesome for you guys. Welcome in, Lisa. Thank you for coming. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Very nice guy.
I collect ears and I make ears as well. I've fallen down the pit. I've started to get lounge fly bags.
Uh-oh. That's a rabbit hole. Look out.
Yeah, I think I've got about 5 so far, haven't I?
Well, we have some great Loungefly creators in our community. Adventures with VP does a great job. Happily Ever Yachty, if you ever get a chance. Yachty has a collection that's ridiculous. I don't know how she supports it. Mighty, welcome in Monarch Moments. Good to see you guys there as well. With your pins, you mentioned that. I would highly encourage, as you're waiting your time to get back to the parks, maybe put together some Disney pin blogs.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that is a hot commodity. People love to watch those. Let's jump back into your channel and let's talk about the fact that your playlist has 22 total playlists on there, and you've got 248 posted videos on there right now. Some of the items on there, and I'm going to ask you guys to elaborate and tell people what they'll find over there. But just a couple highlighted ones. Some of the bigger ones are your shorts playlist, your Vlogmas playlist do very well, your Disney merch, Disneyland Paris recaps, and some of your Disney tags. But why don't you guys elaborate on the magic of Disney that everybody will find in your playlist?
We try to do everything Disney that we can, really. Obviously, whenever we go to the parks, we always vlog now. And in between that, I do some Disney craft. We try and do some Disney cooking occasionally. There's lots. We do anything that we can do that is Disney inspired. We will try to do. Anything Disney, we're up for it.
Love it. That's fantastic. Welcome in Everest Disney and Bob and Kelly joining the party.
Hey, hi.
Oh, they're great people.
We met Bob and Kelly as well. They came over to London and spent the day with them. So lovely.
Good day,
yeah.
Great people, great creators, awesome people just like yourself, an awesome couple. Welcome in Cinder. Allie loves Disney as well. Let's talk about, you mentioned people coming over to London and meeting people like that, but you guys have been to some parks. You've been to the ones in Florida and you've been to Paris. Is there any other parks you've attended? A, and if not, are there any other parks on your bucket list for the long-term plan?
California.
California.
That was
Yeah.
going to be a
Yeah.
possibility of last year, but obviously.
I may have done that.
Yeah, well, that'll
Yeah.
be in a heartbeat. Is Tokyo on your mind at all with the parks?
Thing is, Gary's quite a nervous flyer, and
Yeah, that's a long flight.
it's a long
Yes.
flight. And I mean, California, we'd probably go to New York or something, and then fly on from there to break it up a bit.
Right.
But Tokyo, I can't convince him to travel that far.
Yeah, it's a long distance for all of us. It's on the other side of the world,
Yeah.
all the way through, which is tough. So,
But it looks amazing, and
Yeah.
Disney Sea, the Tokyo Sea looks really good. But
Yeah. I think California should be doable. It's what, about 10 hours from here?
12, I think. Yeah.
Was it 12?
Yeah.
Okay. Got up to.
your channel name, I know it. It's kind of a little bit obvious, but why don't you guys elaborate just on how the channel name came up as you put that together?
Well, it was Gary who wanted to vlog first of all, and we said, well, obviously we've got to have a name, and obviously Dawn and Gary, D and G. So we thought we'd try and do something around that, and we're just big kids really. And even though we're sort of the older end of the Disney community, we are just big kids. So we suddenly thought we're not really grown ups, but we're Disney grown ups. And it kind of went from there. And I sort of sketched out just a rough idea of what I thought would be good, because I thought we'd have the D and the G.
Right.
And our eldest daughter did the logo for us. So we won't ever change that because she did that for us. So that stays.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Welcome in Mickey's Girls, Molly Rook, Movie Mania Nick. What's up, Mr. Pickle? Apparently his new name. Good to see Mr. Pickle hanging out with us today as well.
Oh, Mr. Pickle, talking of which, I think Gary's got something he wants to show you.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Turn that way around, first of all. Gary wants to show you his pickle.
Oh God, this is Wednesday night. You can't do this.
Is it?
Save that for a Sunday night episode. Thank you. Tina Marie is very excited seeing European pickles right now. So, good Lord, you're gonna get me in trouble, you guys. All right, let's talk about for a second as we go. And where do you want your channel to go? What is your long-term plan with your channel?
To have fun.
Love it.
Yeah, I think the big part of it is sort of first and foremost is our own personal sort of memory maker, really, and then sort of inviting people into that. But it's just keeping the memories going.
I think subscribers, it's great to have the numbers, but we'd rather have people who want to watch because they enjoy watching. If they don't want to subscribe, that's fine. It's just we did it initially because we want, as you say, to keep the memories. And I think for our children, it would be lovely for them to have something like that to look back on, whatever in time to come. And I wish we'd have been able to vlog. I've always been the sort of person who's always had a camera, and I've always had the. It did say gherkins, yes.
Yeah, Laura, I was going to wait and say yes at the end.
I've always had a video camera or a camera wherever we've gone, but I wish in a way that we'd have vlogged when we'd gone with the girls when they were younger and with my parents.
Yeah. Right.
Because and I think vlogging also for us has kind of not made us do more, but it's made us think, well, we haven't tried that. Let's try it because it's something new.
Yeah. It's given us a mutual interest, like something we can actually do together. Not that we don't do things together, but we've got our own separate interests, and this was something that we could actually get involved in together with equal much enthusiasm. So, but it's been pretty good, and especially as vain as it sounds, we've actually watched ourselves quite a lot recently, just trying to just trying to bring back some of the memories that we haven't had for a couple of years.
Because we're really missing Disney.
Yeah, well, that's a great thing. Welcome in Simon Rogers. Welcome in JD Prigg. I agree with Paul Engel as well. I think it's great that you have that, and that your long-term goal is all about having the direction to come back for people in the future for what your things were. That's part of the reason we're doing what we're doing. So I started this channel with my thing, telling Preston and I together, but really it was about if I wasn't here a year down the road, because we still don't know with everything I have going, if it's going to come back. If I'm gone in a year, that if I were to have grandkids, that they could come back and see who I was and learn a little bit about me. So I love that part of your channel. I want to remind everybody who we're talking with tonight. If you're just coming in or jumping in a little bit later on hashtag replay, this is a Disney Grown-Ups. It's Dawn and Gary. They're very strong here on social media. YouTube, 1.12K at the start of the day, 248 videos. They can also be found on Instagram and Twitter. They are friends from across the pond that doing a great job doing content from Florida and also content from Disneyland Paris as they go through. Matt Williams always has a unique question, which I always like. He says, if Disney decided to build a new theme park tomorrow and they came to you and said, Disney Grown-Ups, we need a show or a ride that is based on your channel, what would that be like?
Mad.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a roller coaster because I scream on roller coasters.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. It'd have to be something unhinged.
Yeah.
Okay, something unhinged, something no roller coaster, but something wild. So that sounds good. Okay, we'll go with that. Like a Tennessee Bear, welcome in, Captain. My captain, welcome in as well. Joining the party here. We talked about other parks that you've been to before, obviously with Paris and Florida. Can you tell us, for people that might be watching the first time, what did you see as a major difference between going to Florida and Magic Kingdom and going to Paris, when they're set up similar, but I know there's a different feel to it?
So we first went to Florida in 2003. We were fortunate enough to go for Christmas and New Year, and it was amazing. Didn't want to come home. We then went back as many times as we could, didn't we? Summer and Christmas. And then it got to the point where circumstances were such that we couldn't go back to Florida.
Huh?
And everybody had said to us, oh, don't go to Disneyland Paris, because if you've been to Florida, you'll be disappointed. And so you were really reluctant, but I booked it up in secret, didn't I? And we went with the girls, and I said, look, this is going to be different. We've got to accept that. And actually, when we got there, it was really hot. It was up in the 90s, temperature-wise. We walked through the gates, and we walked in, and Main Street is very similar.
Yeah.
And Gary's word of the whole holiday was surreal, because he kept saying, I feel like Florida, it's surreal.
I mean, bear in mind, we drove, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
So, I mean, I could, the fact that we hadn't actually left home that much earlier, obviously a few hours. I mean, it took us like an hour to get. Obviously, we drove to the English Channel, so that was probably about an hour. Then an hour and a half crossing on the boat,
and then about 3 hours.
And then about 3 hours. So all in all, it wasn't really a lot, and it was just effortless. And I'm thinking, wow, it was just like a few hours ago we left home. Now we're just standing in this park that feels like I'm standing in Main Street, Florida.
Only because it was hot at that point.
Yeah, it was.
I think was the thing. It is. I think I have this analogy. Over here we have a store, Tesco's, and we have Tesco's Extra, which is a bit like a big Walmart, in as much as you go in and there's everything in there. And we also have Tesco Express, which are like tiny little stores round the corner that have a few bits and pieces in them, but they don't have everything. And I use the analogy that you can't compare Walt Disney World and Disneyland Paris, because they are different things entirely. They're like Tesco Express and Tesco Extra. Tesco Express is great. It's round the corner. It doesn't take long to get to. You can get all the essentials you need to keep you going, and it serves its purpose. Tesco Extra takes you a bit further to get to. It takes you longer to get there. It's bigger, so it takes up more time to go around and get everything you want. That's kind of my analogy. Disneyland Paris is beautiful. Walt Disney World has a special place in my heart because we went with my parents and it was our first love. But they are both beautiful parks. They both have their things. Thanks, Bob and Kelly.
Bob got excited when you showed the pickle thing. He didn't know what to do. He was lost trying to type, and then Kelly took over and said, I got it under control. So now that is a great analogy. And I mean,
they're both
yeah.
They're both amazing parks. I mean, you don't need quite as much energy to get around Disneyland Paris as you do Disney World, because generally it's a little bit cooler, and obviously it's not as big. And there's obviously two main parks and the village, Disney Village, and they're literally right next to each other.
Yeah.
But so you can literally hop from one to the other without wasting hard time at all. But they are both really amazing, and some of the rides. I mean, to be honest, some of them. I mean, couple of the similar rides in Paris have probably got the edge on the Florida ones.
Big Thunder Mountain, you said, is better at Paris, isn't it?
Yes, it's long. It's definitely a lot longer, obviously, because it goes under a lake as well, doesn't it?
Kelly always has Bob under control.
But yeah, they're both amazing parks, and I'd never. Like I say, I think it'd be wrong to put one above the other one. I think
they're different. They're different, and they're both
fantastic and unique in their own way.
Yeah.
So.
And obviously we've had the joy of being on Ratatouille, which actually my mum passed away 2 years ago, and we took my dad to Disneyland Paris not long after to try and sort of give him something to smile about. And Ratatouille was his favourite ride, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So and apparently the one in Walt Disney World is going to be exactly the same. So that's a good ride.
Yeah, it looks pretty interesting, a lot of fun. I know you mentioned going to Disney, obviously, with your dad. Was that trip with your dad, was that the first one you went when your parents went that holiday season, Dawn and Gary? Was that your first time?
Again, sorry.
When was your first time actually at Disney?
First time at Disney was Christmas 2003.
Okay, so it was that trip. Okay.
Yeah. That was with Mum, Dad, and the girls. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a great memory to have. That's absolutely fantastic. If you, a lot of people ask all the time, and I try to do some of these as I can. I don't get to do them as much, but I'm going to try a couple tonight. Just a couple quick questions on, just so people can get to know you and your Disney aspect. If you could go on one ride at Disney, which one is it?
Flight of Passage. I loved it.
Okay. Gary, same for you?
Yeah, I thought it was great, but I may lean towards Pirates of the Caribbean, actually. That's always been one of my favourites.
Yeah.
Love them all, but
I like doing this because people can definitely get to know you. My wife and I did this once at a bar, and people were asking us, they were like, wow, you guys are so different, but really got to know you. What about if we give you one location in the parks? It could be fast food, it could be a restaurant, wherever. One location to get a bite to eat. You got $20 in your hand and you're hungry, you're there. What is it for each of you? What is that place that you say, oh, I got to go to there before I go home?
Well, in Disneyland Paris, it would be Inventions, which is an expensive $20 wouldn't do it. It's a lot. But that is my favourite restaurant in Disneyland Paris. And I know you're going to say that it's Captain Jack's, aren't you? Because of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Paris, that's a really good restaurant.
And I think in Walt Disney World, I would probably, there's an amazing restaurant.
All right. Walking with the Woods just re-up their membership. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate you.
In Walt Disney World, I would probably say Crystal Palace, and the only reason being is that we spent so much time there with the girls and with my mum and dad, and we celebrated birthdays in there. So for me, that's memories. It's not the best restaurant as far as food and everything, but we've always had some amazing memories there.
Well, sometimes that's more.
I've eaten too much food in there a few times.
Yeah, you have, yeah.
I love it. What about if you had for a Disney snack, whether it's in Paris or Florida? What is your go-to Disney snack? Everybody, like for me, I'm in the park 30 seconds and I'm finding the ice cream stand. I want an ice cream. For some odd reason, it's something about that. What is it for you guys?
In Paris, for me, it'd be a croque monsieur.
What is it?
A croque monsieur.
Okay. Tell me what that is. I have no clue.
It's like the toast. It's like a.
We did a video on it.
It's like a toasted. It's like a toasted cheese and ham toasty
with vegetable sauce and
it's all filled in, and it's very filling, and if it's cold, if you're over there out of season or out of the summer season, it's like autumn, winter. It's a lovely thing about it because it really
sounds
hot.
like a portable pot pie is what it sounds like to me. But I'm gonna go watch your video because that sounds interesting.
Pretzel, I think Mickey pretzel would be my thing, or a churro.
Yeah.
Or a funnel cake. No, I'm changing it. Sorry, funnel cake. I love funnel cake.
Funnel cake right outside of America down there in Epcot.
Yeah.
For some reason, they do in that little area make a incredible funnel cake. So
I can tell you a funny story about a funnel cake.
Absolutely. Tell me real quick.
So Yeah, so basically,
Yeah.
it was Boxing Day. We were in Magic Kingdom, and I queued for 15, 20 minutes for this funnel cake, sat down, and we sat down in the bit opposite where you've got Haunted Mansion round that side, and it was just a little bit there. We sat down, and this large bird decided to fly over and pooed on my
Oh,
funnel cake.
well, okay. I'll never look at funnel cake the same. I'm going to think about that in November when I get there. I may text you and say, I'm about to have funnel cake and you ruined it. So, love it. That's a funny story. RMJ 23, you should always do rope drop in my mind. When you're at the parks, when I go, I'm sure maybe the same for you, maybe not. But for me, when I go to the parks, if I'm paying Disney all that money, I want to be in the park the minute it opens to the last minute they make me go out. That's kind of the way I have always been on there. So it's interesting. Well, how about if we do this? How about if we go and I run a couple community segments, give you guys a chance, freshen up, just wet your whistle, use do whatever you have to do. I'll hit the couple community segments, and then we'll come back with a couple more questions at the end and close this show out together. Would that work for you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
excellent.
fine. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. I thank you. Well, let's have fun on the community segments for this week. We always started out with the first one, which is brought to us by Magically Mad Adventures, a great little YouTube channel, supporter of our channel. I ask you to go over and check her channel out. If you do and you like her videos, you watch her videos, you subscribe to her, tell her that Pete McDevitt sent you over there. That would mean a lot to me. This is Magical Memories. This is people in the parks. This is ear-to-ear magic with One Little Spark JL. They got to see each other and hook up the other day. Love seeing these guys together. Chris sent me the picture. Said, hey, check it out. See who I'm at. I thought that was pretty cool. That's our good friend Chris from Provost Park Pass. When the Disney Magical Halloween showed up in Cali, he sent it over and said, hey, look at this. I'm getting to see it. I love it. Mickey's winking behind him saying, hey, Chris, good job on 100K. This is our good friend Denise Baker and Drew in the moment. They apparently think they're superheroes. I'm not sure what superheroes they would be. Drew would be, Captain Magic and Dr. Baker or something. I don't know. So it's interesting. Good guys, great channels, great people hanging out together. Love that. Let's see what we got. Gonzo, he's lost his mind. The Adventures of Gonzo with Ken from Faust Family. They're out there riding Slinky Dog. I love this. Gonzo sent this one over to me. If you're in the parks and you're hanging out with other creators, or you're down there and you meet a creator, shoot me the picture. I love stuff like this. I'd love to see pictures from rides and all this stuff. It makes the magic closer for all of us at home. Here is Adventures with VP. The lovely Arlene, she has a porg on her arm standing outside of the Falcon. VP is thinking, hey, dinner. He'll look good on a sandwich. I don't know. It's just VP. What a great channel, Adventures with VP. Love those guys. Drew found Halloween. He's so excited. He had to tell me about it. He said, hey, look, I'm a foolish mortal wearing an LBV shirt, and he found Halloween. I'd love to get that giant Mickey with the popcorn for the front of my house. That would be good. How cool would that be to have that on my front porch? I'd love to have that. I don't think they have those for sale. There's Disney Baker. He did the opening preview for all the cast members over at Ratatouille. He had a good time shaking over there and sent me a picture saying, hey, check it out. I'm over here at Ratatouille. This is a great group picture. They were over at Epcot at one of the concerts. Steve from The World, Arjons, Donna, Samantha, Donna Jaworski, Samantha Lowe, Cody Strive to Do Better. There's Mike and Happy hanging out with them. DOD hanging out. A great group of people having a lot of fun. Love that picture when somebody gets together. The lovely Veronica from One Man's Dream having a pineapple. I think she's down there at the... looks like she's down... I want to say she's down at the hotel, but I don't think so because they're doing a lot of construction. But maybe she got in there. I don't know. She's having a good time at Disney. That's a great picture of her. Beautiful picture. Michelle Atwood had this one up for us. And you talk about Disney icons. In my book, guys that are legends in the social media aspect of what we do here today. You got the Big Fat Panda and Lou Mangello. I think it was Ohana Sandy, but I'm not sure, so I don't want to quote it. Lou Mangello from WW Radio and Big Fat Panda, two guys that are iconic in what we do. Thank those guys. They're fantastic. The WDW couple, the lovely Taylor, hanging out over there. This is a great thing. Showing us some of the 50th signs. As beautiful as ever, and great to see Taylor over there. And here we got our good friends from the Disney Connections. Robert and Mel, they're down there on Main Street, down there for a couple days. Great picture. Love it. Holiday season's behind them, and they're getting all kind of goodies. That's always fun. Magical Mail. We don't have a sponsor for this segment yet. We're looking for a sponsor. We'll find one eventually, but we do want to bring you Magical Mail right now. This is a great one from the baker. He sent me a card for my birthday. He knows I'm a quiet Bucks fan. I'm a diehard Ravens, but I'm also a Bucks fan. He sent me a Bucks sticker, and he also sent me a whole barrage of stuff for my birthday. So thank you to the Disney baker for your generosity and thinking of me on my birthday. I've got the orange bird up top behind me with all of the other the Big Feet collection that I'm doing. Also want to say thank you to Joy S. What an amazing, she painted this postcard. It's just fantastic. It's up on our refrigerator in our kitchen, and absolutely love it. So thank you to Joy S. as well. Let's talk about congratulations this week. Congratulations are from Casey Bryant, executive producer in charge of our 4K video selection on our channel. Casey does a great job working hard on his little channel to quit bringing it around, and we're lucky that he's blessed us with both supporting our channel in so many ways. He is a friend and a supporter. He brings us this week, Teresa Loves Disney hit 500 subscribers. Congratulations to Teresa for hitting 500. 3,000 subscribers, Adventures That Rock. Congratulations to Adventures That Rock for hitting this success level. Our good friends Trippin' with the Turners, 4,000 subscribers over there. Congratulations on 4K. And again, if you're a creator and you hit 100, 500, 1,000 or up, and you don't let me know, shame on you, because you're not giving me a chance to let the community know what you're doing. And then 100,000 views. Congratulations to Florida Park Explorers for 100,000 channel views. That's absolutely awesome. And Trevor Wade, I'd like to recognize his comment, says, "Hey Pete, Dawn and Gary have a wonderful channel. I would advise everyone to subscribe to their channel. Their dog Pablo is so cute and barks perfect Spanish as well." So we wanted to recognize that. Thank you, Trevor, for that nice note. Hopefully you'll consider subscribing to our guests tonight because you like their content. And hopefully you consider, if you're new to me, subscribing. We interview Disney creators twice a week on this channel. We have a race to 100K as part of our public service announcement. This is where we recognize those creators that are working towards getting 100,000 subscribers. Let's look at who we got on the box this week. I should update everybody, too, that we run this segment from Sunday to Friday. So we update it every Sunday once a week, in case anybody asks. Top 3 right now, Big Fat Panda at 98, Five Fires at 97, JoJo's World at a flat 90.8. Chasing right behind him, 90.6, Kyle Paulo, Best Life from California at 78. Jackie Super Enthused also right there, 78. Daps Magic at 73. Theme Park TPO, as I call him, 67. Michael K at a flat 60. Right behind them, the WDW couple. Then in the race, you got Earsome Emporium at 42 flat. Corey Meets World up over 41. Here, Always Believe at 39 out of California. Disney Dave out of the UK at 36. Dave's been working hard on his channel, doing a lot of good over there. That Crazy Disney Lady at 24. Magical News Live up over 20. Congratulations. Here with the Ears at 18. And WW Radio at 17.6. Katie McAttack in the house with us. Good to see you, Katie. Back end of the race, Disney Pins Blog, Ryan's at 17.4. Chased really quick by Passport to the Parks, 17 flat. Diz Cupcake, 16.7. Leg Life out of Alaska at 16.6. The Leffersons, that's not the Jeffersons. The Leffersons, but they are moving on up, 16.5. Stephen Kai at 16.3. LBV TV Disney at 14.7. Adventures by D says, I subbed earlier to the Disney Grown-Ups. Thank you, Dave. We appreciate you. Vacation Exploration, 13.9. Theme Park Ohana at 13.1. Finishing out the race, Diz Life of Ours, Mouse Talk, Love and Diz World, Vincent Vision in their brand new entry at 8.2. Drew and the Magic, 7.8. Paul's Theme Park out of California, 7 flat. Living in Diz at 6.2. Diz Our Dream, 6.04. And Ear to Ear Magic, 5.88. We also have one slide with our virtual race. This is one slide. This is all we do with our virtual race. And it's Mickey's Magic, Dad Got Parks, One Man Stream, Dole with Dad, Rob Fuzz, Donna Jaworski, Mickey's Girls, and Brandy and Dave. So these are creators from home that are 6,000 to 3,000. 3,000 was our level to get in. and we selected them as we're going to highlight them until they get to 10K. Once they get into 10K, we will put them in the race for 100K. But congratulations to these home creators that we are trying to help out. Now, coming up this week, Wednesday and Sunday, guess what? We're taking a week off. We're taking a week off of our Disney streaming. Sunday will be an all-day football stream because we're doing the opening of the NFL. Next Wednesday, Preston has a big event for him for sports that I'll be attending. So we're going to take a week off of Disney, but it doesn't mean we're going to stop. I'll still probably go live on Wednesday for an hour and just do the community segments on next Wednesday. So it'll be a Wednesday hangout, a surprise Wednesday hangout. So make sure you are subscribed next Wednesday for the special surprise Wednesday hangout. I want to highlight real quick a couple things, and we'll get back to our guests to close out the show. Marvel's coming up. All the voting is in. People are being recognized. I know all of the recipients. It's going to be phenomenal. If you're not, and the opening video will rock your world. I saw it. My hairs on my arm stood up. You do not want to miss October 30th and the announcements, and then, of course, December 18th with the recipients being presented. Of course, this year, there's your button that's going to be presented to all the recipients. It's brought to you by Tommy Corner Sports. If you need shirts, hat, and more, Tommy, the sole and only sponsor for this event. The Marvel segment of the Disney YouTube recognition. It's our virtual Hall of Fame, everybody, and there's some special people going in. The Christmas event will be on December the 18th. If you don't know about it or you didn't receive an email from me, you better check your spam or you better contact me, because if you want in, we want you there. It's an open invitation for all creators. I tell everybody to check out these channels during the week. These are ones that I highlight. These are the days that I watch them. They do a great job. These are people that I've enjoyed, that supported me through my time in the toughest parts of my life as I went through my medical tragedy. And I'm very grateful for all of them. And I say thank you. And I encourage anybody to, check these channels out and do it. Last two things before we come back to our guest here. Membership on our channel is brought to you by Zoelle's World and being a Jean-Eclair. This lady is absolutely special and incredible. I can't stop. I'm giddy about how good she is and the love and Mickey's magic that she brings to her channel. Please, moderators, drop their links in for both of these channels. Absolutely fantastic. We recognize our members each week. If you're in the channel now and listening or watching the replay and you're a member of our channel, we say thank you. I am very candid and transparent about the challenges we have because of my situation. Give you an example. I went and got new legs, signed off for 2 days ago, and in a matter of 6 seconds, we spent $30,000 for 2 legs. So it gives you an idea of what my medical situation is. So this channel must be self-sufficient in order for me to keep it going. These people right here that you're seeing on the screen and or channels allow that to happen. I graciously and humbly, on behalf of my whole family, say thank you. You can put up your favorite character there, like Disney Inside Andy did. You can put up your channel logo like Gonzo did, your favorite sports team like Brian K did. You can put up anything you want as long as it's clean and is apropos and to your personality. We would like to recognize you as a member and say thank you. These are our most recent members of our channel, and we're grateful to, again, all of them for their support. All right, we'll be right back to our guest in just a second.
Jeff Bates here, Dole Whip Dad here on YouTube. Want to let you know what I have for you. Monday through Friday, life willing, work allowing, Monday through Friday, 9 to 9:15 start time, my time. That's 10 to 10:15 Eastern time. Good Morning Disney, 5 days a week, usually, where we talk the news of Disney. Also, we've got Creator Talk Live on Sunday nights for those of you who want to create here on YouTube and on other social medias. We talk about what it is we do and how to grow. And then, of course, Saturday morning, we have Spoken, my Star Wars show with my daughter. Feel free to check me out over on Dole Whip Dad. Have the best day ever.
So this is my guest that I'm in with tonight, the Disney Grown-Ups, great creators out of the UK. Guys, let me ask you, if you were sitting and had a chance to sit down with Walt, you've gotten to see Paris, you've gotten to see Florida, you've gotten to see the magic that it brought to you and to your family. What would a conversation with you and Walt be like?
I think I'd ask him if he felt that Disney today is how he would envisage it being, and whether they were doing what he wanted still.
Interesting. Would you want to sit and have dinner with Walt, or would you want to walk California? What would be
Oh,
your
California.
you like to walk?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That would be kind of interesting. I always tell people when I ask that question, the reason I thought about it is I would kind of, if I had a choice, while Walt is the magician, I'd like to spend a few. Oh, Kathy and Randy, thank you for joining Andy's Toy Box. I am so grateful to you. Let me welcome them in properly, if you wouldn't mind, Gary.
Mhm.
I always like to do this. Here, where is it? Let me go down and get it. See, I wasn't prepared for that. I'm never prepared for that, honestly.
Welcome to the clubhouse.
Mickey welcomes you to the clubhouse. Kathy and Randy, if you don't want a picture up there, or tell me your favorite character, and I'll get that up there in between shows. And yeah, everybody welcome Kathy and Randy to the family. And I'll also need, send me a direct message with your mailing address, please. If you could, send me an email or a direct message with your mailing address. Matt Williams has asked his question. Now it's Casey's turn. He comes in from time to time and says, hey, I'd like you to ask a question. He likes to ask a question about Walt Disney's favorite quotes. Walt Disney has so many quotes that he's either said directly or he's used in movies through his time or in his shorts. What Walt Disney one quote or content comes back to you quickly?
For me, Jiminy Cricket, let your conscience be your guide. But also, actually, Thumper with if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Oh, well, that is a good one. Walt, it's amazing how much Walt tried to teach us through time. What about you, Gary?
Yeah, I'd go for Adventurers Out There
Ventures?
because it really is, isn't it?
I love it. I
Usually, usually.
That's fantastic. Let's talk a second the holidays. Okay, Christmas versus Halloween as far as Disney. Okay, where do you guys stand? Is it one over the other? Is it a mix? How does it stand for you guys?
I love Christmas. I'm a Christmas girl. I love Christmas. So Christmas for me wins hands down. Although we did love when we went to Mickey's Not So Scary, we did love the parade, didn't we? The Boo to You
Yeah, it was
parade.
excellent. Yeah, I really did.
But Christmas for me.
Yeah, probably me too. Actually, yeah, I like them both, but if I had to choose one or the other, I'd probably go for Christmas.
I've been there on Halloween, and what I'll say is, for me, I look at the parades for Halloween were better than Christmas.
Yeah.
They brought out the Headless Horseman, they brought out, all the grave diggers, they brought out the skeleton band, but yet ambiance. I mean, you guys have been there during Christmas time.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Have you been to Paris during Christmas as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you get the same feeling there?
I think for us, because we're in England, which is always cold at Christmas, it feels more Christmassy.
Yeah.
Whereas obviously Florida is warm, so it's a slightly different kind of feel for us because Christmas here is cold. So
that's unique. I never thought about that. That's a good point.
yeah,
That's a unique point. Interesting. Okay.
and obviously you get real snow occasionally in Paris as well.
Well, there you go. Finishing up tonight before we go to a final thought of the evening. Let me ask you, if you guys had to describe your channel in one word, what would it be for each of you?
Ooh, one word. Only one.
Honest, is that a good one? It's honest.
Just one.
Yeah. Well, we just.
I can give
Disney. Love Disney, so Disney.
Okay. Gary, anything different for you, Gary? No.
No, I'd go with honest. It's not, I mean, it's honest. What you see is what you get. It's
Honest.
it's honest.
I would combine that too. I would take Gary's honest, and I would go. My word for you guys would be a hyphenated word, and it would be honestly magical. I think you guys do a great job.
Thank you.
In your videos that I've watched, you can see your love of Disney coming out, which is fantastic. That's what everyone should see. And Mar brought up Hollowismus. Yeah, I'm all about Hollowismus. Right in the middle of both of them, I quoted that term, and I'm all about it. Mar's right. And she says, Britain doesn't need Snoke. They have the real thing. That's true. You guys have the real Snow. You don't know. Well, let's close things out tonight. Let me first start by throwing it over to you for a final thought of the night from your side of the pond?
Well, firstly, I think I know you're probably too humble to accept this, but thank you for inviting us and for what you do for the Disney community, because I think that this it's just such an amazing community, and for us, it's we've made so many good friends. And I think because we're all like-minded and we just love talking Disney, it's lovely to have that community. And I think you do an amazing job bringing everybody together.
Yeah.
So thank you. That would be my thought of the evening.
Absolutely, absolutely. I would like to start out by saying I love the fact that you found the magic of Disney and you don't let the miles be preventative from bringing the magic to everybody. I'm glad. I'm glad that we're trying to find more creators, as I say, from the other side of the earth, all the way around wherever it is. My partner channel Carlos has done an excellent job interviewing many of our friends from over there, and I want that to be my goal for 2022 is to find more creators outside of the United States and bring them in so more of our friends can find them. For those of you that are watching today, or if you're the Ninja Watch or watching live, I hope that you would take the time to consider subscribing based on the interview tonight, checking out their content. Obviously, we want you to subscribe and watch their channel. The last couple things I have as we always close out is one, if you're watching today anywhere, whether it's live or on the review, I always tell everybody, do me a favor. There's 4 things you can do to tube it up. And Dawn kind of referenced one today. I'm going to highlight the 4, and I'm doing it at the end of every one of my shows. Tube it up means very simple. If you're watching a vlog and you watch it for a creator, go in there and say hello. Just drop them a note. Hey, good vlog. Hey, nice job. Hey, I like that too. Just something. Drop them an impression that helps YouTube know that, hey, they're doing a good job. Plus, it makes your creator feel good. If you're watching a creator consistently and you're not subscribed yet, why? My question. You know, as we're all creators out here in our own right, and every person likes to wake up in the morning that's a creator and see that they've got one more person blessing their channel saying, hey, I like what you're doing, I'm going to hit it. While it is a number in vain, it is a number that gives a creator empowerment. And to quote the governor of my state, as he told everybody, you know, when we were in COVID, wear the damn mask. I'm going to quote everybody here: hit the damn button. Just and follow your favorite creator. While you're in there, you can do 2 things to help them out that is absolutely free. You can hit that like button or a dislike. We've had 60 impressions on this. Not everybody's going to like you. Just be understanding that. I'm okay with that. 60 people were impressed by this video and they hit a button. And the last thing is, if you really want to see your favorite creator go, you want to see the Disney grown-ups grow up and get huge, share out their content. You like their what they're doing, put it on your social media, put it into a Facebook group or another group that you're allowed to. That's important. We've sat here today and tried to have fun. Actually, let me take a step back because I don't usually do this. I should remind everybody that I have another show at 7:30 tonight. I moved it back so that I could sit with this great couple. So it's 7:30 tonight. I am interviewing 2 real geeks from Disney down there. So another great couple, Danny and Jess. So it's incredible couples night on my channel tonight. We started with Across the Pond. We're coming back here. If I would have thought about it, I should have done a 3rd one later tonight from California or something. I didn't think about it. But come back and join us tonight for that. People were asking in the chat about the Dole Whip Dad commercial. Yes, I am doing commercials now on my channel. If you have a YouTube channel that you want to promote, as long as it applies to the morals and values and compass, I will gladly sit down and talk with anybody about putting a commercial for you onto my channel. Guys, you know what? We're going to do one thing, and then we're going to get our good friend to take us home. The last thing I want to do is, hey, everybody, keep remembering what Bob Gurr said a long time ago after Walt passed. It was very simple. Somebody asked him, hey, are you trying to do this? Are you trying to do that? He said, nope. All I'm trying to do is fill the boss's seat. All right. Krista Knoxville redoing her membership. Thank you, Krista. Bob Gurr just said, hey, I'm just doing my best to fill the boss's seat. Hopefully this afternoon, as we've sat here, the 3 of us, that somewhere upstairs, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about this. Hopefully somewhere upstairs, the boss is looking down and saying, hey, you guys did a good job with that thing over there tonight. So that would be the best thing that could happen to us and the best compliment we could get.
Yep.
So, Dawn, if you would do me so favor, could you find our friend Timon and tell him what to do?
Take us out of here, Timon.
Hello there, this is Timon. We hope you enjoyed the show. It was great having you with us. You were a lovely group, the best audience ever. Now please, get out!
Thanks, Musketeers, for joining the party. We'll be looking for you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, all.